Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that everything around you, your success, your happiness, your income, your health, could change faster than you ever believed if you just made a few key decisions starting today. The truth is, life doesn't change by accident. Life changes when you change. Today I'm going to share with you a powerful roadmap, step by step, that will empower you to take control, break limits, and completely change your life, starting right now. Are you ready to step into the life you were meant to live? Step 1, take 100% responsibility. Taking 100% responsibility for your life means accepting without any excuses that you are the architect of everything you experience, both the good and the bad. It's understanding at the deepest level that your current circumstances are a direct result of your past decisions, your past actions, your mindset, and even your inaction. It means that your success, your happiness, your income, your relationships, your health, every aspect of your life is a reflection of choices you have made up to this point. It is a realization that no one else is coming to rescue you. No government, no boss, no partner, no friend can change your life for you. Blaming the economy, your upbringing, your education, your parents, or even bad luck does nothing but strip you of your own power. When you blame, you give away your ability to change. When you justify your situation, you lock yourself inside it. But when you take full ownership, you reclaim that power. You say to yourself, I may not have created every event, but I am responsible for how I respond, how I grow, and what I do next. Taking 100% responsibility also means giving up complaining. Complaints are declarations of helplessness. Every time you complain, you reinforce the belief that you are a victim of forces beyond your control. But when you decide to be fully responsible, you stop complaining and start asking better questions. What can I do to improve this situation? How can I grow from this experience? What is my next move? This mindset shifts you out of reaction mode and into creation mode. You stop waiting for external circumstances to improve, and you start improving yourself, knowing that as you grow, everything around you must eventually shift to match your new level. Responsibility means being honest with yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. It means admitting where you have fallen short without guilt and without shame, just with a commitment to do better moving forward. It means refusing to blame traffic for being late, refusing to blame the economy for financial struggles, refusing to blame toxic people for your emotions, and instead recognizing that your time management, your financial education, your emotional discipline are all within your control. When you adopt this mindset, you no longer fear challenges or setbacks. You begin to see them as opportunities for growth, as tests that reveal your strengths and weaknesses. You understand that nothing and no one can hold you back unless you allow it. Even external events beyond your control, like a global recession or a personal loss, do not define your destiny. Your response to them does. Taking full responsibility can feel heavy at first because it demands that you stop making excuses and face the truth about your life. But in truth, it is the most liberating decision you can make. It hands you the pen to write your own story on your own terms, no longer a prisoner to circumstances, but the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. Step 2, clarify your vision. Clarifying your vision means creating a vivid, detailed mental picture of the life you truly want to live. It requires you to step away from the noise of daily distractions, the opinions of others, and even your own limiting beliefs, and ask yourself with absolute honesty, what do I really want? Not what is expected of you, not what seems realistic or safe, but what your heart truly desires when there are no restrictions, no fears, and no limits. Without a clear vision, you drift. You react to life instead of designing it. Days, months, and even years slip by, and you wonder why you feel stuck or dissatisfied. The reason is simple. You cannot hit a target you cannot see. Clarity is power. The clearer your vision, the faster and more precisely you can move toward it. It becomes the internal compass that guides your decisions, your actions, and even your subconscious mind toward opportunities and people that align with your goals. Clarifying your vision demands that you get specific. Vague desires like "I want to be happy" or "I want to be successful" are not enough. You must define what happiness looks like for you. What does success mean in your world? What kind of home do you live in? What work are you doing? What does your health look like? Who are you surrounded by? How much money do you earn? What impact are you making? The more detail you add, the more real it becomes to your mind when you can see it clearly. In your imagination, you can begin to build it in reality. A powerful vision also taps into emotion. It's not just about a list of goals. It's about feeling the excitement, the pride, the gratitude, as if you are already living that life. Emotion charges your vision with energy. It fuels your motivation when challenges arise. When your vision becomes emotionally compelling, discipline and hard work no longer feel like sacrifices. They become natural, even enjoyable, because you are connected to a greater purpose. Creating clarity often requires time alone with your thoughts. It means turning off the phone, stepping away from endless scrolling, and listening to the quiet voice inside you. It might take deep self-reflection, writing exercises, vision boards, meditation, or even long conversations with mentors and trusted friends. It is a process of uncovering, not inventing. Your true vision is already inside you, waiting to be recognized and honored. Once your vision is clear, it acts like a filtering system for your life. Opportunities, people, and activities that align with your vision are welcomed. Those that don't are politely declined. You stop wasting energy on distractions because you are guided by something bigger. You begin to live intentionally, choosing paths that serve your future rather than reacting emotionally in the moment. Every goal you set, every habit you form, every book you read, and every decision you make are all directed toward the fulfillment of that vision. Clarifying your vision also builds resilience. When obstacles appear, and they will, you won't easily give up because you have a strong why driving you forward. A clear vision allows you to anticipate challenges rather than be blindsided by them. You can adjust your strategies without abandoning your destination. You can stay committed even when the path gets steep because you know exactly where you are headed and why it matters. Step 3, master your habits. Mastering your habits is about recognizing that success and failure are not the result of one-time actions, but the cumulative outcome of the small decisions and behaviors you repeat every day. Habits are the invisible architecture of your life. They shape your future much more than single moments of inspiration or bursts of willpower. When you master your habits, you take control of the automatic routines that determine the majority of your results, often without you even realizing it. Every action you take, from the time you wake up to the way you respond to challenges, is either moving you closer to your goals or pulling you further away. Habits are like the software programs running in the background of your mind, executing the same commands over and over again. If you do not consciously choose and design them, you end up living by default rather than by design. Mastery of habits begins with awareness, becoming consciously aware of the patterns that govern your behavior, both good and bad. It requires asking yourself hard questions. What habits are serving me? What habits are sabotaging me? What new habits must I create to build the life I want? Understanding the power of compounding is crucial here. Small habits, when repeated daily, have a profound cumulative effect over time. A seemingly insignificant choice like reading for 15 minutes each day, exercising for 30 minutes, practicing gratitude, or reviewing your goals can completely transform your life if done consistently over months and years. Likewise, small negative habits, procrastinating a little, eating poorly, neglecting your finances, compound into major setbacks if left unchecked. Mastering your habits means playing the long game, focusing on the daily actions that, while easy to do, are just as easy not to do. Another essential principle is that successful habits often hinge on the structure of your environment. Your surroundings either support or hinder your habits. Mastery means setting yourself up for success by engineering your environment to make good habits easy and bad habits hard. It might mean removing junk food from your home, laying out your workout clothes the night before, or keeping your phone in another room while you work. Willpower is a limited resource. Smart habit builders know that relying on discipline alone is a losing strategy. Instead, they design systems that naturally guide them toward the behaviors they want to repeat. Repetition is the mother of habit. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. The more often you perform a habit, the more deeply it becomes wired into your brain's neural pathway. Eventually, it becomes automatic, requiring little to no conscious thought. This frees up your mental energy for bigger challenges and higher level thinking. Early stages of building a habit may feel awkward, uncomfortable, or tedious, but persistence creates ease over time. What was once hard becomes effortless, and what was once a struggle becomes part of your identity. Identity, in fact, plays a massive role in habit mastery. The most powerful habits are not just actions you take, they are reflections of who you believe you are. If you see yourself as a healthy person, daily exercise is no longer a chore, it's a natural expression of who you are. If you see yourself as a disciplined entrepreneur, working on your business daily feels automatic rather than forced. By consciously shaping your identity through your habits, you reinforce the beliefs that drive your behavior, creating a powerful self-reinforcing loop of success. Mastering your habits also means focusing on systems, not just goals. Goals are results you want to achieve. Systems are the processes that lead to those results. Winners and losers often have the same goals, but the difference lies in the systems they build. When you fall in love with the process, tracking your progress, refining your approach, enjoying the daily commitment, you make success inevitable. A single goal achieved is satisfying, but a lifetime of powerful habits ensures that achievement is not a one-time event, but a continuous way of life. Step 4, upgrade your skills. Upgrading your skills is about recognizing that where you are today is based on the knowledge, abilities, and expertise you have accumulated up to this point, and where you want to go will require a new, higher level of competence. Every goal you aspire to achieve, every dream you wish to realize, demands a version of you that is better equipped, sharper, and more capable than the version that exists today. Skills are the tools you use to carve your destiny, and without sharpening those tools, you will find yourself working harder and harder for diminishing returns. The marketplace rewards value, and value is determined by the skills you bring to the table. It is not enough to be passionate or hardworking if you are not constantly enhancing the quality of what you offer. Skills determine your ability to solve problems, to innovate, to lead, to communicate, to sell, to serve, and to adapt. They are the currency of progress in every field. Schedule are even busier. If you want to increase your income, expand your influence, or simply become more effective in any area of life, you must relentlessly commit yourself to the upgrading of your skills. This process demands humility. It requires you to acknowledge that no matter how good you are today, there is always a higher level you can reach. It demands a growth mindset. The belief that abilities are not fixed but can be developed through dedication and effort. Upgrading your skills is not a luxury reserved for certain professions or industries. It is a necessity for anyone who desires continuous improvement and long-term success. The moment you stop learning, you start falling behind, because the world is constantly evolving, and those who refuse to evolve with it eventually become obsolete. Skill development should be intentional and strategic. It begins by identifying the key skills that are most critical to achieving your goals. Not every skill is equally valuable. Some skills act as force multipliers, dramatically increasing your effectiveness across multiple areas. For instance, improving your communication skills can enhance your leadership, sales, and relationship building abilities simultaneously. Learning how to manage your time better can make you more productive in every area of your life. Focus on the high-impact skills that create the biggest leverage for your efforts. Once identified, skills must be practiced deliberately. Passive consumption of information is not enough. Reading books, attending seminars, or watching tutorials can provide knowledge, but skill is developed through action, through repetition, through feedback. Is the difference between reading about swimming and getting into the water. True mastery comes from doing the work, making mistakes, correcting course, and doing it again and again until proficiency becomes second nature. Practice must be purposeful, stretching your abilities just beyond your current limits to ensure growth without overwhelming you. Investing in skill development also often means investing resources, your time, your energy, sometimes your money. High achievers understand that these are not costs. They are investments that pay the highest dividends over a lifetime. They attend workshops, hire coaches, enroll in courses, seek mentors, and immerse themselves in environments that accelerate their learning. They treat learning not as an occasional event, but as a daily discipline, a non-negotiable part of their routine. Even dedicating as little as 30 minutes a day to focused skill improvement can lead to extraordinary transformations over time. The process of upgrading your skills is also deeply tied to resilience. As you push yourself to learn and grow, you will inevitably encounter challenges, setbacks, and periods of frustration. Skills are not always easy to acquire. They require perseverance through moments when progress feels slow or when initial attempts result in failure. But it is through this very struggle that true capability is forged. Each challenge overcome not only strengthens your skills, but also builds confidence, reinforcing the belief that you can handle greater challenges. Constant skill development also fuels creativity and innovation. When you upgrade your skills, you expand the range of solutions you can see, the opportunities you can recognize, and the connections you can make between different fields of knowledge. It allows you to think more critically, to adapt more quickly, and to position yourself as a leader in your industry or community. It is the foundation upon which new ideas are built and new breakthroughs are made, giving you a distinct edge in a world that rewards those who bring fresh perspectives and unique value. Step 5, surround yourself with winners. Surrounding yourself with winners means intentionally choosing to spend your time and energy with people who inspire you, challenge you, and elevate your thinking. It is the understanding that the individuals you associate with the most have a profound influence on your mindset, your habits, your expectations, and ultimately your success. Human beings are social creatures, wired to mirror the behaviors, beliefs, and standards of those around them, often unconsciously. If you consistently interact with people who settle for less, who make excuses, who complain about life, or who view success as something unattainable, you will inevitably find yourself adopting those same limiting patterns even if you don't realize it. Winners are those who think differently. They set high standards for themselves. They are focused on growth, achievement, contribution, and continuous improvement. When you are surrounded by winners, you are exposed daily to examples of discipline, perseverance, optimism, and ambition. Their energy is contagious. Their commitment to excellence challenges you to rise above mediocrity. Their focus on solutions rather than problems trains your mind to seek possibilities instead of limitations. Choosing your inner circle wisely is one of the most important decisions you will ever make. The people you allow closest to you either reinforce your highest aspirations or they subtly sabotage them. Winners encourage you to dream bigger, to take bolder action, to confront your fears, and to expand your vision of what is possible. They celebrate your successes without jealousy and support you through setbacks without judgment. They remind you of your potential when you forget it yourself, and they hold you accountable to the standards you have set, not the excuses you could make. The process of surrounding yourself with winners often requires difficult choices. It may mean distancing yourself from negative influences, even if they are old friends or family members. It may mean letting go of relationships that are based on gossip, complaining, or playing small. It demands courage, because loyalty to growth must outweigh loyalty to comfort. It also requires you to raise your own standards. Winners are drawn to winners. If you want to attract high-caliber individuals into your life, you must first become one yourself. Your habits, your attitude, your discipline, and your commitment to personal excellence must reflect the kind of person you wish to connect with. Building a network of winners does not happen by accident. It is a deliberate and ongoing effort. It means seeking out environments where ambitious, positive, forward-thinking individuals gather. It could be joining mastermind groups, professional associations, leadership programs, or entrepreneurial communities. It means finding mentors who have already achieved what you aspire to achieve and being humble enough to learn from them. It means attending events, volunteering for opportunities, and putting yourself in places where excellence is the norm, not the exception. When you surround yourself with winners, competition transforms into collaboration. Instead of envying each other's achievements, you learn from them. Instead of tearing each other down, you lift each other up. The collective energy of a group committed to growth creates a momentum that no single individual could generate alone. Progress accelerates because every conversation, every shared resource, every piece of advice is infused with the spirit of moving forward, not holding back. Winners also challenge your comfort zone. They do not allow you to settle for excuses or mediocrity. They ask the hard questions. They expect more from you, sometimes more than you expect from yourself. They push you to level up your thinking, your habits, and your actions. They inspire you not just through their words, but through their example. Observing someone else's discipline, resilience, and success firsthand makes it real and attainable in your own mind. It shatters the illusion that greatness is reserved for a lucky few and reveals that it is the result of choices, habits, and mindsets that anyone willing to pay the price can adopt. The people you consistently spend your time with are like mirrors, reflecting back to you the standards you are willing to accept. If you are serious about changing your life, upgrading your environment is non-negotiable. It is one of the most powerful accelerators of transformation available, and it often makes the difference between a life of potential left unrealized and a life of extraordinary achievement fulfilled. Step 6, boldly and consistently. Acting boldly and consistently means stepping into your life with a sense of urgency, confidence, and relentless persistence, regardless of how uncertain or intimidating the path ahead may seem. It is the understanding that success rarely comes to those who move timidly or sporadically. It belongs to those who are willing to take decisive, courageous action day after day, even when they don't feel ready, even when the outcome is not guaranteed. Bold action is about trusting yourself enough to take risks, to bet on your abilities, and to push past the fear of failure, rejection, or embarrassment that holds so many people back. Boldness is not recklessness. It is not acting without thought or preparation. It is moving forward with intention, fueled by a strong belief in your vision and a willingness to handle whatever obstacles arise along the way. It means not waiting for perfect conditions, because perfect conditions rarely exist. Waiting until you feel completely prepared, completely confident, or completely safe is often just another form of procrastination disguised as prudence. Those who achieve extraordinary results understand that clarity and confidence are built through action, not the other way around. The act of moving forward, of making decisions, of learning through doing, sharpens your judgment and strengthens your resilience. Consistency amplifies the power of boldness. Taking one big, brave action and then retreating back into comfort will not transform your life. It is the accumulation of bold actions taken consistently over time that leads to real breakthroughs. Consistency creates momentum, while in isolated wins into lasting habits. It sends a message to your subconscious. Find that you are serious about your goals, that you are committed to growth, and that you are capable of handling the pressures and challenges that success demands. There will always be moments when doubt creeps in, when progress feels invisible, when fear whispers that you should slow down, play it safe, or give up altogether. Acting boldly and consistently means pressing forward anyway. It means making decisions without paralyzing yourself by overthinking every possible outcome. Your self-awareness evolves from that of a hesitant dreamer to that of a determined doer. This transformation is not just internal, it affects how others see and respond to you. Opportunities tend to flow to those who project confidence, who are seen as leaders, and who demonstrate through their actions that they are willing to do what most people only talk about. Boldness must also be strategic. It is not about taking random impulsive risks, but about identifying the actions that will create the most and significant impact and pursuing them fearlessly. It means setting big goals that stretch you beyond your comfort zone, then breaking those goals into actionable steps and attacking them with discipline and energy. It means not shying away from hard conversations, challenging projects, or ambitious opportunities because of fear of failure or judgment. It means adopting a mindset that embraces challenges as opportunities to grow, trusting that even setbacks are simply stepping stones toward mastery and fulfillment. Consistency and bold action transforms your relationship with fear itself. Fear begins to lose its power over you because you prove to yourself again and again that you can feel fear and act anyway. You realize that most of the limitations you once believed were real were merely illusions, barriers created in your own mind. Each bold move stretches your comfort zone wider until things that once seemed impossible become normal, even easy. The life you once dreamed of living is no longer something distant or theoretical. It becomes the life you're actively building, piece by piece, through your courage and relentless commitment to action. The truth is, changing your life is not about waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions, or someone else's permission. It's about taking ownership right here and now and deciding to create a future that is worthy of you. It starts by accepting full responsibility, by seeing yourself as the architect of your destiny. It grows by sharpening your vision until it is so clear that nothing can distract you. It strengthens through the daily mastery of habits, the constant upgrading of your skills, the courage to align yourself with people who push you higher, and the relentless discipline of taking bold, consistent action. You have everything within you to design an extraordinary life. You are not limited by your past, by your circumstances, or by the doubts that try to whisper in your ear. You are limited only by the standards you are willing to accept and the action you are willing to take. Raise those standards. Act as if your future depends on it, because it does. Choose today to step up, to take charge, and to transform your potential into reality. The life you dream of is already within reach. It is built one decision at a time, one action at a time, one day at a time. Decide now that you will not settle. Decide now that you will change your life.